This week we got Brinks blowout, taking the high road, and outdated analog.
Oh. Brinks like the security trucks? Armored vehicles?
That's the only Brinks I know.
Oh.
So somebody robbed a Brinks truck? I've always thought that that's the coolest shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because those fools come out with guns drawn and everything?
They do. It's so scary.
But there's not that many of them. Like John Wick could take all those fools.
Yeah, easily.
I saw the job on the penny saver. Remember the penny saver?
Yeah.
They still have it?
The OG Craigslist.
Yeah, I wanted a job that wasn't minimum wage, and then they're like, be an armed guard, and then you get paid like $12 an hour, and I was like, oh shit, I get $12 and a gun? $12 and a gun? Fuck yeah, dude!
I had a friend that used to do that.
That's a dream come true.
He fucking hated
I want to get robbed, so I can fucking.
Why did he hit it?
While I have a suitcase.
Because the hours sucked. They were like, the hours sucked. Like they would put him on like really weird shifts and stuff like that, and it's really inflexible. At least for him.
But don't you just sit in a room and play Nintendo Switch the whole time?
Because it's not just for banks and stuff like that. If they need like a secure transport somewhere, so they had like weird like 4 a.m. like had to drive shit.
Like gotta transport some fucking rubies?
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. But he was telling me like crazy rules. Like like one guy like sits in the car or whatever, and the other guy delivers, and then like if that guy gets shot or whatever, you just gotta sit in the car like drive away or whatever.
What?
Yeah, like you can't. Like,
That's incredible.
That's dope.
You can't save him because you're supposed to protect whatever your armed truck is. Yeah.
Or because he knows so much, if he gets shot but he's wounded, you gotta pull up to the side and just fucking blow him away.
Cap him again.
Because he has information.
Yeah.
I don't think he is that much.
This is top secret, and I know I'm only gonna pay $12 an hour, but fuck it.
And he's like, I only get 12 an hour, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I always wanted to see how those holes work, like, cause you know they got a shotgun in there and they can fucking put it through the holes. There's like holes in the side of the thing.
That's so funny. You want to get hired, you're like, fuck yeah. And then they show you the holes, you're like, I'm out. I don't want this job anymore.
I'll probably work there for a week. That's it.
They're gonna think that you're gonna try to rob them and shit. You learned all the inside secrets and they have their eye on you.
Maybe.
I was somewhere in LA and I went into a KFC, I think it was. This is like when I first moved to LA. And the whole thing was bulletproof. Like the whole there's like the window where you go order.
Yeah.
And it looks like a bank teller, right?
And I was like, I'm not hungry. I'm chill.
That's how you know you're in the ghetto.
Oh yeah. It
Bulletproof restaurant.
just puts you in a whole different thing. You're just like, I'm so chill.
Yeah.
I could just not eat.
My friend, her family owned a fried chicken shop in the middle of the ghetto with that bulletproof glass, and she says like there's so much that they try to like rob all the time. Like there's like a bread guy that delivers like dinner rolls and shit, and he got robbed delivering bread. They took his bread.
Wow.
They beat him up, took the bread in his hands, and then took his wallet and ran.
Damn.
At least they took the bread. It wasn't wasted.
It's the ghetto.
Yes.
That bread is pretty good too.
Did the bread hit the ground and then they still took the bread?
No, it was probably in a bag.
Okay.
5-second rules, bro.
You want an answer?
All right, so for our first story, in Indiana, there was a Brinks truck that was on the highway, and we don't know how exactly, but the door swung right open on the highway, and all this cash was just blowing everywhere, and there were bags of money.
Why do I only read about this shit?
That's a fucking dream come true.
I would fucking.
And the lucky guy in a fucking Mustang convertible right behind it is just collecting all of that.
Oh,
Convertible.
that's true. Convertibles would be
He's just like,
He takes off his shirt. It's like fucking, it's just all getting
Yeah, so there were people pulling over, like running into the interstate, trying to get.
Did anyone die?
Dang, you want people dying?
Well, for being an idiot, yeah.
Well, yeah. So initially, the troops said the
troops.
the state troops.
Oh, the state troops.
state troopers.
So they initially said that it was about $600,000 that flew out, but then they later said that the exact amount is not known. So I'm gonna show you guys a clip.
Damn.
Here we go.
That is so sad.
Well, state police describe people stopping on I-70, walking across the interstate, even jumping over this fence.
How do they even know?
Thing police say is not only illegal, but very dangerous.
Yeah, but there's.
Look at all this money.
Oh!
Out of a game show.
Oh shit!
Drive to work turned into
What are those 20s?
cash on the west side of Indianapolis.
They're
INDOT traffic
mostly
cameras
20s.
show the chaotic scene
That is crazy.
when this Brinks truck made an unexpected deposit right in the middle of the interstate.
Oh, clever, bro.
He was pleased with that one.
State police say taking this loose money amounts to theft, so they
Really?
told several people there to return cash they had stuffed.
Fuck
Did
you.
they throw it back on the floor?
Hoping to catch up with 4 guys in a white pickup truck who reportedly made off with a whole bag of money.
Bad.
Oh.
The other vehicle that we had a confirmed report of was a school bus where the driver stopped, got out, collected some loose bills, got back in his vehicle and continued.
That would be dope if the whole
Kids?
Like the kids like, run out.
Lunch money.
This is what the piñata training was all for. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love how cops got to talk like that.
Yeah.
We did have some confirmed additional reports. It's like you could have just said we saw some people fucking, stealing cash out of a pickup, but they always gotta dance it up.
They gotta speak like they're writing a police report.
I love it, and he's talking too like there's a gun to his head. He's talking like he doesn't think it's tight, which he thinks it's tight. You can see behind his eyes he thinks it's tight.
I think a lot of these cops are like just kind of nervous just to be like making a statement too. Like you know how people like aren't good in front of cameras usually, and it's just like
Brian always brings in that logic.
Yeah, he's like, this is my moment.
you know what?
Yeah, that's true.
That's my rule.
Well, they're supposed to have camera cops.
Right, like someone to do a press statement
yeah, it's
or whatever.
like just the cop that just does fucking press stuff. That's all he does.
Maybe that was the first time he was doing it.
If it's a small town, they don't got that guy. But LAPD, all those they all have those guys.
Man, would you guys have pulled over?
Yes.
With
Who wouldn't have pulled over?
I could be a fucking billionaire and I would fucking drift and stop the whole highway and then I'll get out.
I'm saying like cops are there. Cops are there. They're telling.
Wait, how fast were the cops there? Because that's my question. Because the guys in the pickup truck did it right.
Yeah.
And they can't catch me. I'll run faster than them. I'll just be running all over, fucking putting shit in my pocket, and woo, and then I'll be running.
The real question, though.
Three Stooges.
The real question is when is it enough? Because if there's that much cash,
I know,
you have
just
to
want
make a
more.
decision. But as you pick it up, you're like, oh, but if I just for 30 more seconds,
And then you go,
Put yourself on.
and the people who got too greedy, they had to turn in their cash to the cops. The smart people drove away in a pickup truck.
What about the guards? They didn't come out with guns like, everyone freeze, drop the fucking cash.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Or they're just sitting inside.
They
I don't know if they
mention
could
that.
just pull up.
They can't shoot people
shoot
that's doing this.
Yeah.
They actually said that the Brinks driver didn't realize that the door was open until a fellow, like a driver in the highway, they were waving him
No,
down.
the
saying, like,
fucking hall monitor of
Yeah.
all of drivers.
What if that was your money though? Aren't you happy that person exists?
Your money's insured, Gio. Have a heart, Gio. People see a Brinks truck open up. Probably greatest day of our whole lives. We'll never have any more significant moment than that. And you, of course, want to shit on that. That's too bad.
Whoa.
No, that's too bad. That's too bad. Like, nobody can have any fun with Gio around.
Gio's evil.
Zing.
She doesn't want poor people to come up.
I'm just taking care of your money, guys.
Okay, for our next story, do you guys remember those two black guys that got arrested in the Philly?
Starbucks.
Two black guys.
Yeah, so.
Or they weren't doing anything, right?
Yeah, they weren't doing anything. They were waiting for a real estate investment meeting.
Yeah.
They didn't buy anything. They didn't leave, and then that's when they got arrested. So their names are Rashawn Nelson and Dante Robinson. They're both 23 years old, and they have now reached a symbolic $1 settlement with the city in exchange for the creation of a $200,000 program aimed at young entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I read about this. It's pretty dope. I really, really like the way that they dealt with it. Pretty classy. And then they didn't really benefit from it, but being able to give back.
They also
Why didn't
reached-
they sue like crazy and make millions of dollars? Am I right?
Well, let me tell you the rest.
I would have
They also
done that.
reached a financial statement or settlement with Starbucks, but it's not being said.
Aha. Okay. Now,
But that's against the city though.
Because
Everyone's shitty.
One was $1.
Yeah.
City was $1. With Starbucks, they did reach.
I would have milked out everybody. But that's just me.
Yeah, so Starbucks also offered to pay for them to complete their degrees through a partnership that they have with Arizona State University.
Wait, they don't have their degrees?
Well, like to finish. I guess they're working on it right now. So, what? They're 23.
What's going on?
I don't get it.
The gears are turning. Something's about to be said.
I thought that
Are you Asian dadding them?
I thought they were just like full on like real estate developers not going to school. I thought that was their full-time job.
Well,
And then now they're gonna go help pay for their college?
well, maybe they wanted to further their education, and now Starbucks is gonna pay for it.
Maybe it's like their masters and they only have their BF or their bachelors or whatever.
All I'm saying is they could have got so much more fucking money than a degree.
You don't even know how much. We don't know.
We don't know how much they got from.
You know how they got it from
No, undisclosed.
Oh.
It's settled, undisclosed.
Settled, undisclosed.
Yeah.
But with the city, they got $1.
If I were them, okay, I'll be like this. Motherfucker, I got 20 mil, and guess what? instead of the city, I got $1 million from the city, but I'm gonna use this money to develop my own foundation put my fucking name on it, not the city. Fuck that. I did that shit, motherfucker. That's what they gotta do. What's his name?
Rashawn and Dante.
Rashawn and Dante Foundation for Entrepreneurs.
That's a good name.
They're actually a little bit smarter because they don't have to do any of the work.
Exactly.
No, but the name though.
They could have settled on it.
Did they say what the name is?
Did they
called,
see?
though?
That's the big thing.
So they might have their name.
I would have
on
done
it.
that shit.
They could have their name on it.
With all that money, they could hire a team and do all that shit.
Picture speaks 1,000 words, dude. Look at the smugitude. They got a lot of money.
Smugitude.
They got a lot of money on the settlement for sure. He already got an Apple Watch. Look at that brand shiny new Apple Watch.
That's true.
They did fuck.
They're 23 years old with the Apple Watch.
Yeah, they don't need to name a foundation. They're chill.
That's pretty cool though. No, I can't knock that because I think most of us would have took the greedy route and said, motherfucker, I'm gonna get as much fucking money as possible and swim in it and laugh in the faces of the police.
Fucking DuckTales.
Yep.
Yeah. DuckTales, right? But then these guys, they did it so classy. I don't think I could be that classy.
This is what Rashawn said. Quote, when you know that you did nothing wrong, how do you really react to it? You can either be ignorant or you can show some type of sophistication and act like you have class. That was a choice we
I'll be so ignorant. I think I would get like a bathtub and pour fucking money in front of the police station and be in a G-string every day as the cops come in and out of work. Hey, I don't have work today.
But you are working.
People would come up and just take all the cash out of your bathtub.
I
You
know.
fucking genius.
No,
You
man.
have exposed cash in the public eye, and people will riot.
No, I have my friends.
As shown,
Whereas we
Yeah,
know
for
from
free.
literally 15 seconds ago.
I have friends.
just like forming a circle around you.
The wind blows lightly and just cash is going in the air. And you're like, why did I do this bathtub thing? This is a mistake.
All right.
And the cops are laughing at you now.
Fake dollars, fake dollars.
I'll
fake
figure
dollars.
I'll figure something else out. All right.
Some other-
What is it? Yeah.
You just ruined his fucking dreams.
Hey man, I don't know.
I need to. But I want.
Or you could rub all the cash with like poison ivy, and when people run after and catch it, they're like hands are all.
I would love to get poison ivy while I get $17,000, dude. Give me a
Same.
break. Give me a break. Who wouldn't do that?
Maybe pour AIDS all over it.
Both of you guys together make really bad decisions.
Buy AIDS in a bottle.
I'll get AIDS because I'm the one in the G-string with the money.
I forgot about the G-string part.
You're not gonna join them?
Let's just stop while we're
No,
ahead.
no,
Let's
no.
just stop while we're ahead.
I got more. I'm
The two of you together would just end up poor with AIDS. That's what you just came up with. Stupidest shit I ever heard.
I know.
In a G-string.
Yeah, somehow naked. For
At least we'll have a fun story.
All right.
Yup.
While you're living on the street.
An AIDS story.
Like, how do you fight discrimination? By rubbing it in their face. That's how you win. But then we get AIDS and like die. That's sad.
Well, I mean, not everyone that gets AIDS dies now. At least you have that to look
That's
forward
true.
Oh yeah, we have so much money. We could be like Magic Mr. Johnsons.
Oh yeah, AIDS is a pussy ass disease. I gotta find something stronger.
Yeah, like
Pour it all over.
like E. coli's
That's a
to. E.
shirt.
coli is more than
Thrax.
anthrax. I don't know.
I don't think there's a cure for
Dengue
anthrax.
fever.
All right, moving on to the next story. So,
Analog is going out of style.
Wow, that was great. You're like a VH1 host.
schools in the UK are now getting rid of analog clocks because students can't tell time.
Oh, that's stupid.
God, they're so
I
dumb.
need to fucking just teach him.
This is an added stress for students that are
They're
taking.
getting triggered by the fucking clock.
Get a fucking watch. That's what I did. Holy fuck.
Yeah, but okay. In their defense,
Never.
Remember, we all remember. No, but like when the sundial got phased out for the clock, right?
Yeah.
For the.
We remember this.
No, but I'm sure people were pissed. They're like, what do you? Oh, these kids these days can't read a fucking sundial. Why? Everyone should know how to read a sundial.
Sundials.
It's like antiquated, right? Like so is the fucking this shit. Like who needs
Analog?
this? It's stupid. It's been stupid since digital came out. So thank God they're phasing it out. It's a waste of time.
It does feature
Good
the
pun.
time way faster.
Yeah, you get you the time way quicker. You don't have to math it out.
What?
Wait,
There's not
isn't
much
it
math.
quicker just to look
Pretty
at
fucking
it?
easy.
Hey, for you, Gio, we don't have a super brain like you, Gio.
Super brain.
Miss Think Fast.
Jesus.
No, for sure, but yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Now that everything's digital, like, why not?
So why don't you just knock down Big Ben then? That's like one of the biggest monuments. It has a
We should update it to digital.
pull the fucking analog out and put a big ass digital timer on there.
The funny thing is,
And it should say the day.
Yeah.
And it should say it's Wednesday, WED if it's Wednesday.
their argument is more stress. So it's like, let's let them learn less because
Right.
it's more stress.
I thought
That's the
that was
fucking
ridiculous.
Stupidest shit ever. Aren't they trying to teach
I don't think
you
I've
more?
been that stressed looking at a clock unless I'm stressed about the time, but I'm not stressed about reading the time.
No, so for them, it's the fact that they can't read it and they're stressed out because they don't know how much time they have left on their exam. Like, they can't even read time.
Oh wow.
Then learn how to fucking read
I
it,
feel
you
like
moron.
that's a life skill. Like, that's just something that you should fucking learn how to do.
But then, like,
No, look, when Steve Jobs wore the same clothes every single day. Why? Because he didn't want to have to think about what he was gonna wear, okay? These kids, they already gotta think about all kind of shit. They don't need to also try to figure out the time.
But I bet Steve Jobs knew how to read a clock.
I bet you Steve Jobs had digital clocks at Apple
That's
campus.
why he did the Apple.
I bet he knew how to read a normal clock.
Because he thought it was probably a waste of time.
Don't they not teach cursive anymore?
yeah, they don't.
Well, what about this? That make it just way easier and just use an hourglass. When the sand is ran out, the time's up for the test.
True, yeah.
Can we just bring back cuckoo clocks?
I mean, is that extremely analog or?
I don't know.
what is that?
They don't have to think. It'll just go cuckoo, cuckoo.
But they want to know how much time is left, so they want to see that bird getting coiled.
I think cuckoo is every hour, right?
Yeah.
Well, then we'll do it every 5 minutes.
I like it when it
Yeah,
goes
the most
cuckoo and a
annoying
train
ass.
comes out and then the person starts dancing. And
I love that. It was,
From
and
Pinocchio?
yeah.
cuckoo clocks were basically a parody of church bells too.
Oh, ding.
Because it was always like ding dong at the hour, right?
Yeah.
But so cuckoo clocks was like a bit.
I never thought of it.
It was like making fun of like church bells, which I kind of dig that.
So you know how like when we wind up our watches, right? We always had to like see what time it is. Like, what did they do in the past? Like right now, I use my phone or computer to like
a sundial
dial it up to like, oh, it's the right time. Yeah. What did?
Well, I
they do
remember
then?
back in the day, or at least when I was a kid, we would have a phone number that we would call and it would tell you at the tone, it will be exactly whatever the time was with the seconds. And so whenever I was setting up the timer around my house, I would always call that
I just
number.
asked my mom.
When the Egyptians were building the pyramids, when it was daylight savings time, they had to roll back the sundial.
They just take that shit, like, adjust it.
I think we're the only country that does that.
Has daylight savings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's farming, right? Like,
I would love to see your information.
You'd love
I
to
don't-
see my-
I would love to see the information
Well,
about
we
that.
don't do it in. They don't do it in Hawaii, and then there's like some states that don't do it.
Like Arizona or something.
I wish we got on that. Well, no, I don't.
I love daylight savings time. It's like the best time of the whole year.
It's like surprise, we have more hours. Oh.
It's like life's a little more interesting now. Something's a little different.
That's that little bit of zest in your.
The monotony is not the same. Yeah. It's like when we get a cloudy day in California. We're like,
Yeah.
whoa. Back to my shitty life. But it's a little different.
Opening up the door, just like, and.
Okay. Yeah.
No, you know what's crazy too? In this article, they're mentioning that there was a senior pediatric doctor that said earlier this year, a lot of young children are finding it increasingly difficult to just use a pencil. Like they're not using. So like
So
right
they're
now,
gonna fucking ban the pencil?
So no, right now I know, right? A lot of kids, they're just being shoved just iPads and digital things. Like they're not really working with their hands, like building blocks or Play-Doh or like coloring. They're not doing, they're not
Damn.
using their actual.
Because
motor
they're using
skills.
more advanced shit. They're coloring on with every single color that's available in the human eye can see.
But you can't even hold a pencil now. Like they're
Why
not
should they? It's
developing the-
antiquated tech, man.
They're not.
I'm not even bidding right now. I think that in the future we won't even like you're gonna use tablets and shit.
That's why they say gray aliens are actually evolved humans that are coming back in time because they fucking lost the way.
Thank you. Exactly.
Alien?
No, but see, what I'm saying is like
The big eye alien that's like you don't know if they're male or female, and then they're just bald and all over gray.
there was a time where we used to dip a quill into ink and then we would write, right? And then it's like, oh, you gotta dip again. Oh god, it's a pain in the ass. And then the pen came out, and it's like, all these kids don't even know how to use a quill pen anymore. Like that's how this shit is to me.
But then what's gonna happen?
You guys have
with,
this
like-
thing from fucking pressing so hard on your pencil? This
Calluses.
thing right here? I don't know if that's even a callus.
What's gonna happen when like some shit happens in the world and we can't use the technology that we have now? We become so
We'll be fucked anyway.
dependent.
They just figure out something else.
I do like knowing, like maybe not two steps, maybe not the quill or whatever, like cave paintings, but I think I do like knowing one step before you use technology, so you kind of understand the philosophy of how it works. So for example, like if you know how to use like a DSLR camera, and then if you have autofocus on your phone or whatever, I think you'd be a better photographer. But just knowing the backup, like that one last step before the super easy tech.
It's a waste of brain space, I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, if you're not gonna use it, yeah.
I'd rather learn more, not less.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good point.